Hello, this is Kate from dailytarotgirl.com, and today I want to share with you a spread that I created on connecting with your spirit guides. So this spread will help you understand the role that your spirit guides play in your life, what they want you to know, and how you can connect with them on a deeper level. So I'm going to be doing this reading for a friend of mine, and this is just a demo reading on how you can use this spread. So the first card represents what the main issues in your life are that your spirit guides are helping you with right now. And she's got the High Priestess, and the High Priestess is actually a really exciting card to get in this position. And the High Priestess is all about understanding that sort of secret, divine, hidden side of life. So this is all about learning about your psychic powers, your intuitive abilities, and all of that kind of information that at one time was very, very guarded. It was very secret. There would be secret societies and secret academies that would teach this kind of stuff, but it wasn't common knowledge for people. So things that come to mind with this card are like learning about your past lives, developing your psychic abilities, and using the art of manifestation and healing and clairvoyancy and all that kind of fun stuff. So her spirit guides are helping her with these issues. So they're helping her learn how to use her psychic abilities, and they're helping her develop her intuition. They're helping her connect with that divine side of herself, that divine aspect. It's a very, very magical, very spiritual card, also a very powerful feminine card as well. So her spirit guides are helping her with this. So they'll help her with things like unblocking her third eye chakra, so she can, have stronger clairvoyant abilities. They'll be helping her with things like meditation, healing, and they'll be helping her, lead her to the information that she needs to develop along this path. So that feeling you might get when, you walk into a bookstore and the first book you pick up is like a book that's, to do with an issue that you're dealing with. That's usually your spirit guides kind of helping you, leading you to that resource. So her spirit guides help her in that way, as well as many other ways in terms of strengthening her abilities. So the second card represents what her spirit guides want her to know right now. So this is the strong message that they want to convey, and it almost always relates to the first card. So it relates to that area of your life that they're helping you with. And she's got the Tower. And one note that I want to say about this is that your guides never ever give you scary or negative messages in this reading. So if you get a scary or negative tarot card, I want you to really sit with it for a while and see if you can come up with the most positive interpretation that you can for it, because I want to make that very clear that your guides are never going to give you frightening information in this reading. So the Tower, of course, is a very powerful, strong, and typically it is a frightening card. And it's all about, sudden change, destruction, the crumbling of solid structures. And it's usually kind of an unpleasant experience when you're going through this stage of your life. But in this reading, and especially when I'm, connecting it to the High Priestess, I see this as symbolizing I want to say a lifting of the veil, but a crumbling of all the blocks that have been blocking her psychic and intuitive abilities. So all the things that have stood in her way before and really stopped her from connecting deeply with her own divinity and her, her psychic potential and her intuition, all of those things are basically being destroyed. So the veil is lifting, and she's going to have a much more direct, real, tangible, powerful experience with that side of life. And it might be shocking at times. It might be surprising because she's never been this connected to her abilities before. But her spirit guides want her to know that those blocks are crumbling, and they're crumbling fast. So, you know, be aware of that, get grounded, and that's the message. And that's actually a pretty positive message. And so the last card represents how she can connect more deeply with her spirit guides. So this card, you know, if you felt like there hasn't been much of a connection, or you're wanting to connect more with your angels or your spirit guides, this card is letting you know how you can do that. So it can, and if it's a more negative card, it can show you what's blocking that communication and how you can unblock it. So we've got the Nine of Wands, and the Nine of Wands is all about kind of feeling a little bit defensive, like you're kind of waiting for something disastrous to happen. And if you look at the card, she's surrounded by torches, and she's sitting there very alert, very on guard, at the ready. She's got a lion with her. And the message here is all about the need to feel safe. And there's a difference between being safe and feeling safe. So you can be safe but not actually feel safe. So this card is all about her need to actually feel safe and secure. And her guides can't really communicate with her that well if she's in a state of fear or anxiety, or she's, you know, expecting the worst. So she's really going to want to work on feeling safe and feeling protected. And if you look at the card, she's got a lion with her. So, you know, she doesn't need to be so alert. Like, she has a freaking lion right next to her. She doesn't need to be so uptight. So this is all about understanding that she's safe. And I see her guides telling her, you're safe. It's okay. You can relax now. And once you feel more relaxed and feel safe, we'll be able to communicate with you better. And so there's all different ways that you can feel safe. So you can actually call on your spirit guides or call on your guardian angels to protect you and surround you with white light. And quite often, just simply calling on your angels for protection can help you feel safe and help you kind of bring down, you know, your defenses a little bit and relax. Okay, so I just want to give you an example of how another card could be interpreted in this position. Because you might find when you're doing this reading that maybe one of the cards really doesn't make sense to you. And when I first did this reading, I got the Two of Pentacles in this position. And I thought, okay, how can I connect more strongly with my guides? Two of Pentacles. And I didn't understand what it meant. And at first I thought, okay, it's about balance, you know, but that didn't really resonate with me. And so what I did is I looked at the element that the pentacles represent. And the pentacles represent earth, the body, health, you know, feeling stable and connected and grounded to your body and to the earth. And then I looked at what the figure on the card was actually doing. And she is dancing. And I used to belly dance all the time, and in the last year or so I haven't been doing it as much. And so to me this message was I needed to start getting back into dancing, and that was going to connect me more to my body, to myself, and it was also going to connect me to my spirit guides, because when I belly dance I feel very connected to spirit, and I feel very, you know, in the moment and in the flow. And so that's what this card meant for me. So you want to be really creative and, you know, think about what suit the card is, what it represents, and notice, you know, what the people are doing in that card. Are they dancing? Are they celebrating? Are they just sitting there contemplating life? You know, are they charging forward like one of the knights? And just be willing to kind of open your mind. And remember that your guides will never give you negative or, you know, depressing information in this reading. It's always uplifting. Okay, so thank you so much for joining me. My name is Kate from dailytarotgirl.com, and there's actually a written version of this spread on my website, and I'm going to put the link to it below the video. So you can check that out if you're interested.